Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host Don Vic. What's up? What's the vibes? What's going on, folks? Ooh boy, today we have a guest coming on the show. I believe she's a talent agent and an actress by the name of Lisa Kate. We'll be talking to her, finding out what she's got going on in her life and what she's doing at this present moment. I'm excited. Can't wait for her to pop in so we can get to kicking it and find out what she got going on, folks. Real quick, this is the place, you know, where you find new talent, new faces, new upcoming stars all the time. And I appreciate everyone that tunes in. Nigeria, you know the vibes. Africa, big shout out to Africa. The UK in the building. You already know Australia. And everyone else that tunes in on the Don Vic Show YouTube. You know the vibes. Big shout out to YouTube and Facebook. Big shout out. Also, big shout out to the paranormal family around the world. Keep doing what y'all doing. You heard? So, real quick, yesterday was a great show yesterday. I want to thank everybody that tuned in for the Don Vic Show Showdown with David Hope versus Sarah Farnham. And again, Sarah won this second challenge, so she is 2-0. We're getting her second challenge, her third challenger for next weekend. So guys, tune in and watch the challenge and check out the show. It's an amazing show, and you guys need to tune in and check it out because we need the votes. The votes counts. You know what I'm saying? So y'all really got to tune in and show my guests the love that you guys always do. You know what I mean? And I truly, highly appreciate it. You know what I mean? So I do have my guests on the panel, and we're going to bring Lisa up and talk to her, find out what she's been doing and what she got going on at this present time. So please welcome Lisa Kate, folks, to the show. Hi,
hello,
Lisa.
everybody. Hi, Victor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, it's been a great year so far. Yeah, fabulous.
Good. It's an honor to have you on the show. Thank you for your time.
Oh, cheers, mate.
I appreciate
Happy
it.
to be here, of course. Happy to be here.
Oh, likewise. So, tell the people what you do and where you're from.
Alrighty, I am Managing Director and CEO of Talent Image Entertainment Limited and Thai Productions, based in London. I've been going for about 5 years in this industry so far. I started off modelling in 2018. I became an actress in 2019, working on Made in Chelsea on E4 and Make Me Prime Minister on Channel 4. Then I got into film acting. My first film was Swastik Sanket. An Indian production team came over to Hayes in London. That film is now in cinemas in India. I was in another film called Lady Trillium, which won many awards in film festivals. So an award-winning actress. I played a baddie in that one. It's normally out of my style, but I'll give it a go. So that you can find on Amazon Prime. And then I started up my own productions, one of them called Witch Manor.
Wow. So you've been putting in a lot of work then.
I really have, yeah, I really have. I do a lot of Zoom meetings, webinars, like business coaches and all that for Talent Image as well. We've reached quite a high amount of people as well. We're on 1.4K members just on the Facebook group alone. We've now won awards for entrepreneur in the talent industry. I've been interviewed on radio. I've been published as a model. I've got another publication coming out with Original Magazine in the next couple of weeks. I'm arranging an event at the end of February. I've got all sorts going on.
Holy crap! Where have I been? Where have I been? Like, hold on, I got to put on my glasses because I got to make sure I see you. Okay.
Hello.
That's amazing. So, wow, the fact that you're, an entrepreneur, you got all these stuff going on. How do you manage?
I have, yeah. And very shortly, I've spoken on stage at the Indie Clip Film Festival, and I've spoken on stage at the Creative Network with the diva, Maxine Griffiths. I've been to red carpet events with Des O'Connor. I've been in about 4 music videos. What else? I've been to the National Social Media Awards. I met Nasty there. He's a lovely guy. And yeah, I've got more events coming up. I'll be working with Cine Circle soon, another film festival. I've got another film production coming up called Black Sheep, and I'm discussing another film production with 2 music producers, one in North Carolina, one in Philadelphia, and we're just arranging the first bits of that now. So got lots coming up.
That's great. I mean, you're just all over the place right now. That's amazing.
I am, but I'm very organised at the same time, though. I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it, and often giving myself a bit of time off at the same time. So, yeah, if you don't get bustling in there, I mean, you're not going to get anywhere, are you?
That's right. You're 100% correct. And wow. So, what out of everything that you do, what drives you the most? Is it the acting? Is it the the directing, or what is that?
That's a really good question. Many people have asked me that, and I'm like, it changes like every few months or every couple of years because it depends on what you're doing at the time. And to be honest, I always say to a lot of my connections, my clients, colleagues, associates, and everyone, if it gets quiet on the casting front, you concentrate on something else, like promoting yourself, connecting, networking, and go to these events and things like that. So when castings are short, I either try and grasp that moment to have a break, so a well-needed break, just some time to myself. But I think the things that motivate me more is the fact that, I'm middle-aged now, I don't mind admitting it. So the next part of my life is going to be more dedicated to what I believe my passion is. I mean, this talent industry, it found me. Do you know what I mean? And I rolled with it, and it just escalated. And now, 5.5 years later, here I am mixing with some really big names, award-winning directors, I've got websites, one for my modelling, one for Black Sheep, and one for Talent Image. I update the website myself. So it's a passion, and then plus when you get the feedback that you get, it's just, you're making a lot of people happy at the same time. I mean, a lot of the times you don't make a lot of good money, but where it's leading, you're leading somewhere, and that's exciting.
Right. And I say the same thing, the money's not, but it's the path that you're going through, is the path.
Absolutely. I mean, don't get me wrong, money's great.
Right.
Money's fabulous.
Right. It's the path that we're looking for, right? I mean, I'm an actor as well, right? And my biggest thing, or one of my biggest goals, was to, be able to do films with amazing actors that I used to look up to when I was a young boy, and I accomplished that. I accomplished.
Oh, you have?
Yes,
that's brilliant. I mean, a lot of my clients, they've worked with such big names. We're talking Sylvester Stallone. I've had another someone who's worked with Adam Sandler. I've had another someone that's worked with like some martial arts stunt people, and the directors that they're working with. I'm mixing with these people. I'm having Zoom meetings with these award-winning directors, and I'm like, wow, 5 years ago I wouldn't have imagined that. So just keep moving forward. You know what I mean? You never know where it's going to lead this time next year.
That is so true, Lisa. And I believe in that so strong. I truly believe in it. Okay, you do have to have some type of talent. You do, but
yeah, of course.
But 90% of it is who you know. You know,
Well, I didn't know anyone.
right,
I didn't know anyone when I started. It's networking that gets you there.
Yeah, the networking. That's what I mean. You network to get to know people to get to where you want to go. That's where I'm going. That's what I meant to say. You know, so
Right.
and you're right.
Because my production, Which Manor, I was very, very lucky. I've been wanting to do my production, Which Manor, for like 20 years. And I finally got to the stage, I think 3 years into the industry, I managed to come across these amazing people that work for me for free. We're talking some amazing people that are now, we're talking A-list people. We've got Sunny Singh, who's an international professional film actor. We've got Phil Maudsley. We've gone to a London premiere together. He was in my film. I mean, these people I worked with about 2.5 years ago, they're now up there and they're inviting me to their London premieres, you know, and they're introducing me to other award-winning directors from films like The Hellraiser and things like that. And you never know where it could lead. Yeah, so it's really exciting at the moment.
That's exciting. That's what have you directed any films yet, or have you?
Yeah. Which Manor? I helped on Gangs of Soho as well with directing. I got them a lot of the cast. They came to me and asked me for my connection, so I got them involved with some film crew, some actresses. I went on set for that, so I was helping direct, and then obviously directing, producing, writing my own Which Manor. So yeah,
that's awesome. So which one would you say is one of your best films that you have directed?
Oh, definitely Which Manor, without a doubt, because it was mine.
Yeah, right. So tell me a little bit about that movie. What's it all about?
Right, okay. It's about two sisters. They haven't spoken to each other for a while, but they have to come together because both their parents died in a car crash. So they had to go to the funeral, and they started sort of bonding again. That's moving to the family home to sort bits out. And these weird things just start happening. They start coming across certain people that are trying to harm them, and then they find out their family's real history. It's how do I say? It's fiction, obviously, a bit of drama, a bit of comedy thrown in, special effects. You've got witches. They turn out to be witches. They start getting followed. So and then they start becoming like more powerful as time goes on. So yeah, I mean, we've only done the trailer so far because obviously the funding is really difficult. I tried for about 2 years, so I thought, right, concentrate on something else now because a lot of things are passing me by at the time. So it happens when it happens. The feature film of Which Manor will definitely be happening. It might not be this year, you know, it could be next year, but it happens when it happens, and I know it will.
Yeah.
So the trailer is actually on my YouTube channel, so I can send it to you, Victor, and you can have a little watch.
Yeah, send it to me. Yeah, definitely send it to me so I can.
I will send it. Yeah,
I can promote it on my pages. So,
that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I do. I promote. I'm one of the biggest promoters you can find. Okay.
I've been promoting so many amazing people at the moment. Yeah. Paul Candelen. He's sent me a few of his films that he's produced and acted in. Really amazing. When I'm doing this arrangement, this event at the end of February, we're looking to screen some of these people's trailers, and they're going to be there for Q&As. So I've done Paul Candelet, I've done Damien Lansley, I've done Andrew Sandell, a lot of these amazing people, a lot of amazing trailers. So I'll send you anything you want. Promote these people, you know what I mean?
That's awesome, Lisa. That's amazing. Have you done some modeling before?
Yeah, I started modeling in 2018. That's how I started getting into the industry, going on the photo shoots to build the portfolio. And it just, I went with, you know, when you're a beginner, you go with Star Now and Mandy and Backstage, places like that. So then I was invited to a lot of castings, and modelmanagement.com. I was invited to a lot of castings. Then I done a job for a guy in Staines. He's opened up his new massage parlor sort of thing. I've done a photo shoot in there, good money. And then it just escalated into filming. I thought, why not try the acting side, especially Made in Chelsea, because Made in Chelsea I watched religiously. Do you know what I mean? And then I found myself on the set meeting the cast. It was incredible. So I just carried on acting. But yeah, I still do a bit of modelling. I still do photo shoots to update the portfolio. I've been invited to another model shoot in the next couple of weeks. I was supposed to go to Paris to have a photo shoot, but my passport needs renewing. So yeah, I mean, I still dabble in everything.
That's that. You know, I ask you that. Well, how do you balance everything? Because you know, I do some of the stuff, not as much as you. I only do little stuff, and I be tired as hell. I be like, how I'm going to do
Oh
this?
yeah.
How I'm going to do this? You know, and I admire that about women. You know, that put in so much work like you do.
Oh, thank you so much. It's good to
Yeah.
hear. But yeah, no, I'm also dabbling in another company. They awarded me for businesswoman, like Women's Business Club. So I'm helping with them to help other business women. I'm actually still involving myself in other things to get even busier. I don't know why I'm overwhelming myself, but I just love what I do. Do you know what I mean? You can reach a lot further the more you do, but I do give myself enough time to have a break.
Right.
I do allow that. Do you know what I mean? Some weeks I go, right, I'm staying off everything, every social media. I'm not, you know, I'm backing away. I've got to sort out my own personal life as well. You know, I do have one. So, yeah, I mean, I make sure to take time out for myself to recharge.
Yeah, you need it. You need to recharge.
Absolutely. I'm a small person. I mean, there's only so much I can take.
Yeah, we're like, well, what happened to Lisa? She was just standing here. What happened? Oh, there she's
Exactly.
on the floor.
I know, yeah, I'm too exhausted to answer because a lot of the times when I do finally go back on all my messages, because obviously in one day they can mount up to over 200 because I've got 7 different accounts to attend to. Wow. After a week, I know when I go back to their messages and everything, there's a lot of question marks going, where are you? And I'm like, well, I had to take some time off. I'm exhausted. Do you know what I mean? And there's probably about 50 of them. I have to reply the same answer. Or sometimes I'll just put on my social media, I'm having a break. I'll get you up when I get to you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm only human.
Right. Who would you like, if you was doing another film and you was acting in a movie, who would you like to be? Who would you like to work aside?
Oh, there's a big range of people. Are we talking like the big A-list people, like Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah,
I would love to work with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh.
Who wouldn't? She's beautiful. She's a lovely woman, yeah. Yes, but Jennifer Aniston. But I mean, at the moment, I'm happy with the A-listers I've got in my connections as it is. Do you know what I mean? It can be quite overwhelming just being and talking to them and working with them. It can be a bit overwhelming knowing what they've done and what they've got coming up. They tell me the things they've got coming up, like, keep it to yourself, but I've got this going on. I'm like, oh my God. And I know you. Do you know what I mean? So anyone higher than that A-list at the moment, I think it would be too starstruck for me. I think I'll stay small, gradually go up, you know.
I get
just step by step, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You know, I say it because I always like to know, you know, who.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people. Jennifer Aniston will be one of them. Meg Ryan, Michelle Pfeiffer, Adam Sandler. I was very jealous when Steven Zarakoff, who's from Canada, he's a client of mine. He's sent me pictures of him and Adam Sandler working on set, and I was like, I'm so jealous. But maybe one day, you never know. One day.
Yeah, you know, he hangs out a lot out here in Boston. I'm from
does he really? I don't know. I don't.
I think he has a house out here in Boston, somewhere downtown near the city.
Oh wow!
Yeah, a lot of them live in here in Boston. A lot of those actors.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, maybe I'll have to fly to Boston then. See you. I see.
What? So what? Tell me what Black Creek's about. What's Black Creek?
Oh, Black Sheep.
Black Sheep. Yeah, sorry.
Black Sheep. Yeah. Right. Black Sheep. That is more of like the black sheep of the family. This actually sparked off just before Christmas. Okay. A group of me and my friends we were sitting around and we were all discussing. Are you the black sheep? Well, yeah, I am. Are you black sheep? Yeah, I am. We can do something with this. But it's more of a production documentary. You know, people are sending in a 5-minute self video about their black sheep experience. So it's what they've had to go through, how they felt, because it's a hard thing to get through, especially when you're trying to find out who you are. And it sort of disturbed your mind a bit to think, well, hang on a minute, I'm trying to find out who I am, but you're telling me I'm this person, but that. Do you know what I mean? Just all them sort of wacky things in your head. So people are sending that in and what they've had to overcome, like sort of their stories, and with a positive twist at the end. So we've probably got about 15 people participating at the moment. And we've got some influencers and inspiring videos to come in as well to put on the website. And I'm working with award-winning producer DSR Film Productions over in India for this, and Georgina Bob, who is a TV production expert in London. So we're sort of, we're starting off, but I mean, it's reached quite well so far. just to give that positive outcome of what you're doing now, either acting, designing, modeling, you know, whatever it may be, that the positive twist from what you had to overcome in your past, you know, because it could easily, you know, you could easily go the other way, couldn't you? And go, right, okay, I guess this is me, and then downhill.
Yes,
So
right.
for having to fight that sort of mental state of someone telling you who you are without you knowing who you are and what you've had to go through because of these people, you're like, well, no, I'm better than that. So the positive twist, and we're talking to Georgina Bob at the moment to actually start a group for Black Sheep. You know, you never know where it'll lead, but yeah, that's basically more production documentary.
I like that. I truly like that because, you know,
Thank you.
we all have a story. You know, everyone
We
has
do,
a story.
exactly.
And
But there's two roads you can take, isn't there? You can let it sort of define you and go, right, I guess who I am, and not even bother trying. Or you can go down the other road and go, no, I don't accept that. I'm
right.
gonna, you know, show you who I am and what I'm made of. So yeah, positive twist.
I like that because Black Sheep, not everyone is a Black Sheep. Some of us are Black Sheeps, and I'm one of them. You know,
Oh, you really? See, there you go. They're everywhere.
Right, we're everywhere because, you know, out of the family, I was just always one on the family that's never no good, that's never going to amount to nothing. Everybody's picking on them, but they need you for certain things. You're only
that's it.
You're only good for certain things, but you're not good for others. And usually, those Black Sheeps are the ones that people are not
that make it.
Yes, that are not paying attention to, and that's gradually passing because everybody's so used to whatever they're doing. You're not paying attention to the Black Sheep, and the Black Sheep is taking it.
They're reaching. They're getting up there. Well, see, maybe that's why you become the Black Sheep, because they can see your potential and think, no, that's not happening.
Exactly. He don't even know. She don't even know how much potential they got. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
hopefully to help. I mean, because there's the Black Sheeps are still happening in teenage years today. It's always going to be happening. It's always so you never know who you're going to help get through that. Who's going through it now?
That's right. That's right. That's why I always say, you know, I love my show because you can come here and speak your mind, tell the world how you feel, and if you ever been through anything, through battles, through domestic, through whatever mind games, we talk about it because it's about helping the people, right? It's about helping people, and if you can get them help, we get them help. But
because you've been there yourself, you kind of sort of you can understand and you can sort of lead them in the right direction rather than them suffering for years like you did.
Exactly, and you know, and people like us, Black Sheeps, don't want good people to go through what we went through because we know it wasn't a good ride. It wasn't a good journey.
It was a hard thing. It was really, really hard, especially when you're being told, right, well, what you're wearing isn't good enough. You know, let me do your hair. Let me change your clothing. Let me dress you. You're feeling like this, but you're feeling it wrong. And you're like, just leave me alone. Go away. Shoot.
You know, and I'm glad we're speaking about this because this is very important, Lisa. You know, this is very important, not just for you, for me, but for other people that are listening and watching, you know, that are Black Sheeps and feel like they don't feel like they're loved. They don't feel like what they do is enough. They feel like they always get the last of everything. You know, don't feel down because you're special. You have something in you that's special. And
but people try and knock it out of you because they don't want to see you doing better than what they're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. So, you know, motivate yourself. Know that you're special. You know, and move forward and look for people like myself and Lisa that been there, that can give you good advice, that can lead you to someone to talk to if you need to talk to someone. And remember that you are special. And if no one loves you, guess what? There's one that's always
love yourself.
That's right. Love yourself. And you got God that loves you, is always going to love you, and your parents. And
there you go.
You know,
sometimes you need to just take a step back away from them sort of people and realize and think how you want to think, feel how you want to feel, and get to know yourself again, because all through life you're constantly changing. You know, you're not the same person as you were as a teenager. You go through some stuff and then you have to sort of really evaluate yourself. Do you know what I mean? You're sort of starting from scratch and going, right, how do I want to be after this experience? So you're constantly changing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, even at my age.
And we're constantly changing and we're constantly learning, you know.
Yeah.
And for me,
I
I
hope you
say,
learn. Yeah.
yeah, you know, and I think we have 4 stages for us when we're babies and we become young teenagers. Then from teenagers we become young adults, and then from young adults we become adults, and then from adults we become seniors. So it's like 4 stages for all of us, right? For women and men, and
Yeah.
you know, so you're not gonna, you know, all those 4 different stages I mentioned, you're gonna change. Your you know, your personality, your persona is gonna change because you're gonna become a different person every fourth time, you know, that you change
That's
from
right. I
becoming.
mean, especially when you hit the midlife, this is when you should have
Yeah,
been really listening and paying attention to what's already happened and think, right, okay, that part of my life is now done. What have I learned? The next half of my life is going to be awesome.
yeah, yeah, you know, and it's funny, Lisa, because a lot of people catch that too late. I caught it late. You know, I was too busy in the street running around doing what I wasn't supposed to do before I caught myself doing what I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like I had to step out of my body and look at myself and say, wait a minute,
That's right. Yeah.
you're off track. Like you're not even supposed to be doing what you're doing. This is what you need to be doing, you know, and
But
for,
at least you found that out. I mean, it's never too late to figure it out and do something different. It's never too late. Just because you're a certain way when you're reaching 50, it doesn't mean that you can't change. So
right. And that's the thing. I'm 50, you know, I'm in my 50s. So
oh.
yeah. Thank you very much. So
Well, you done well. You're doing well.
thank you. Yeah. So it took me all that time to figure out, you know, and I'm still figuring out who I am as a person, you know, because
Of course, yeah, so am I. Absolutely, yeah.
I've been lost for so long. You know, I've been in the darkness for so long. Now that, you know, I got God in my life, you know, he's showing me a different way, a different life, putting beautiful people in my life. So I gotta get accustomed to that, you know, and
Yeah,
being
no,
around,
exactly.
right, and adjusting to people because, you know, when you're a loner and you start to interact with people, you don't really trust issues big.
Yeah.
You know, to trust
Oh,
people
it's huge. I have
is
terrible
huge.
trust issues. I'm surprised I'm talking to a lot of people, to be honest. I'm like,
Because you know why? Because we have to take chances in life, right? We have to take chances. We might think it's the right move, but it may not be the right move. But you have to take it to find out if it was the right move or it wasn't the right move. And then you learn from it.
you'll soon learn, won't you? You'll soon learn afterwards, and then you go, right, how am I going to handle this? Handle it the best way you can.
Yeah.
Drop it, bye-bye, move on. Do you know what I mean? So it's things like that are always going to happen. So it's how you handle it at the end of the day.
Right. You know, so have you been to a place where or even on set where you was going to go do a project and you didn't feel uncomfortable for some reason?
I didn't feel uncomfortable.
You didn't?
I didn't. Not really, no. I thought the first time I was on set doing behind the scenes stuff, like with Gangs of Soho, with Daniel and Zara and that lot, I didn't feel uncomfortable. You know, I didn't feel nervous. I don't know. It felt like I actually belonged. I thought on the way there I was nervous, but when I got there, I was like, "Oh, hi again," you know, because I met these people previously anyway, so they made it comfortable. It was just, you know, seeing all of the big, huge cameras and all the wires that you had to move out the way, and making sure that the actresses are in their next outfit, and you just get so involved in it, you forget about, you know, what you're actually doing. It's like you're just getting on with it. You know, you see all the big cameras, and then after a while, you're like, I mean, I went to a film production. What was it, last week over in, where did I go? King's Cross. I was asked to go and watch a film thing to help them do some promotions in King's Cross. Right. No nerves whatsoever now. I mean, the first time I was on set, when I was working with Made in Chelsea, then I was nervous. Because I've been watching this show, and to meet the people I've been watching for a few years, I was like, I've still got the contract. I'm not getting rid of that, you know.
Right.
I ain't getting rid of that. That's the proof that I did it. Do you know what I mean? But that was years ago now. But yeah, now I love it. It gives me a buzz.
Yeah. I love it too.
I'm very good behind the camera. In front of the camera, I'm good too. But I don't know. I belong behind the camera doing the producing, the directing, the editing, you know, things like that. So yeah, I'm stepping more into that side, I think.
Yeah, I like them both. You know, I've been more in front of the camera than behind the camera, but
right.
I'm used to being around the camera because I deal with cameras all the time here in my studio, and you know, I also take videos and I do videos. So, and I went to school for it too, so I know how to, you know, take the aim from the head to your chest. You know what I mean? Depending on what shot I'm looking for, close shot, long shot.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I get so many people send me some scripts. Oh, Lex, can you just have a look over this script or the screenplay? Tell me what you think, because I'm like, well, if you've got to put them sort of camera angles on there as well, because the angles of what you're filming dictates the entire production.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you do one bad angle, I mean, I was watching Titanic earlier, and I'm like, I'm criticizing little bits in films now. Do you know, well, that shouldn't be there. That's actually a bit wrong. Oh, I wouldn't have done that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm turning into a bit of a critic. So I'm looking at angles, I'm looking at body language, I'm looking at, you know, everything. I'm not just watching the film now. I'm like, well, that could be better. You know?
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done that.
And that's what makes you a great director, when you start to see things. I seen some movies.
It's like you've got an eye for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, with Tom Hanks. Not with Tom Hanks, with Tom Cruise. Some of his films that I, you know, like Mission Impossible, be like, I won't put that there. I wouldn't do that. I would change it. I would change that.
Or sometimes it can be a bit too much. All right, that didn't need to be so big. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know, you start to see things.
Exactly.
It's amazing, you know. But it's, you know, I didn't know that you guys had so much going on that side of the world. You know,
yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, sometimes it can get so quiet. You think, oh, maybe I should get out of this business and go and find a real job. It's got really quiet now. But then all of a sudden, everything will just pick up. Right. And you'll be like busy. Oh, I've got to go there. Like my calendar sometimes, every single day, sometimes even twice a day. Even when it comes to Zoom meetings, webinars, business coach meetings, phone calls, and you know, sometimes you've got 3 or 4 things in a day, plus you've got to do your social media management and update websites. You know, it can be a lot.
That's true.
You know, I drop my daughter off at school. I'll come home and I'll do this. And before you know it, oh my gosh, is that the time? I've got to go. You know what I mean? Time just escapes you.
Yeah. It's good because it keeps you busy, but it's bad because your time goes too fast. You know?
It is. I'm like, oh, I forgot to do the washing today. Ah, well.
Yeah, right.
What's more important, honestly?
What has been, or what would you call that has been one of your favorite films that you have put out yet?
That I have put out.
That you have put out.
That I have put out. It's definitely got to be Witch Manor. Definitely, but not just because it's my own, but with Gangs of Soho, I was only there sort of part time. I was sort of learning stuff. It was enjoyable because the people I met and everything. But Witch Manor, because we used to do some rehearsals and then we used to do meetings, and then the whole cast and crew used to get together in Liverpool Street. We had this venue that we always went to have our cast and crew meetings. We'd get dressed in our outfits. We'll have photo shoots. We'll have interviews. We'll do promotion filming. There was a lot involved in that, and I still remember when we went filming for the first day to actually do the trailer, to film it, and it went so well. I was really quite proud of myself. But to start to do the feature film, I'm looking forward to that. Definitely, it will happen when it happens. But I've got a few good productions coming up as it is. But I think Witch Manor will always be my favourite, always.
Okay.
Because I wrote it, I produced it, I wanted to do it for 20 years. I acted in it, I edited it, you know, I got everyone together, and yeah, it's my baby.
That's awesome. You know, so being, you know, in the industry, what would be something that you would love to change if you could in the industry? What were some of the things that you see that you say, I could change this, I could change that? What would some of those things be?
Oh, now what would I change? I think the only thing I would change is really the scammers and the nastiness that some people You know, when you put out something, I've had it quite often. Like I've put something out, really proud of myself, and someone will put a horrible remark underneath, and it'll start to make you doubt yourself. Or the new people, the aspiring actors, or the just starting out models, they'll get one little bad remark, and that's it. They'll stop their entire dream because of that one person.
Right.
And the scammers, I was scammed recently. I've done a job. I've done a voiceover for an Audible book just recently, 100 pages. It took me all week. I was exhausted, but I thought, get the job done because it's a good pay. It didn't get paid. It was a scam. I was miffed, to say the least, you know. Right. So, but the positive out of that, as disappointed as I was, it's a lesson learned. Yes. You know, another scammer that you can put out there to warn people about. Do you know what I mean? So those you come across, it's going to happen in the world, everywhere, every industry, like even in your personal life. So if you can help sort of pinpoint these people out and go, right, be careful of them. You know, they're not to be trusted, but it's nothing that you can actually change because they're always going to be there. It's just to, you know, point a finger at that person and go, right, you lot, don't trust that one there. Do you know what I mean? So I've come across a lot like that. But I think that is the one thing I really want to change, just the nastiness of some people when you're trying to make your dream come true.
Right. And, you know, and what I hate about that is that sometimes it be connected with other people that you know. You know, other people that you know are connected to that group that you don't, you know, and so it's hard to work.
There's always going to be a connection. Yeah.
You know, it's hard to work because you be like, man, I don't like these people, but I like you. But you know, so it's a lot of pulling back.
You got to just be careful and very wary of what you're telling that person that knows the nasty person, because I've been in that situation as well. I still know people that knows people that I really can't stand, so I'm very careful of what I say to that person, and you know, for them to try and wreck what I'm trying to build. But it happens in life. Like I say, you just got to learn, you know, to like people, to trust people, but be wary of what you're saying to certain people. You know, keep it close to your chest.
Yeah, because this is a cutthroat business.
Oh God, it's the hardest industry, honestly. You really have to be determined and motivated, honestly. So many times I've gone to press delete on the whole thing and go, don't be stupid. What am I doing? Who do I think I am? You know, go and work in Tesco's, go and stack them shelves, you know. But no, I love what I'm doing, and I know it's heading somewhere. I've put in a lot of work already for the short amount of time, and I'm helping over 1,000 people, and I'm getting great feedback. So, that's you know, while it's happening, I'm just going to enjoy it.
Right. Do you know Manuel? Do you know Martin Manuel?
Emmanuel?
Martin Manuel Ozuna, I think his last name. He's a director out of the UK. He works in Spain with Mickey Solar. I don't know if you know Mickey Solar.
Mickey Solar. Oh, Mickey Solar. Yeah. I know Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. She's a publisher out of Spain, and she works in the UK.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
And you know what, Victor? Funny enough, you should say that. That is the magazine she's actually publishing me in. I've already sent her my interview. I'll be published in that in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome. That's my queen there. Mickey.
She's amazing. She's lovely.
Amazing. She introduced me to some of her people, like Manuel, like Martin, great director out of Spain and Europe, does great movies.
Yeah, well, Mickey Solar, she's part of my group as well. She's always posting things, what she's done with the magazine, onto my Talent Image page. So she's keeping me updated with everything that's going on with the original magazine. But yeah, I'll be published in that shortly soon.
That's awesome. You see, I love it. I love it. And it's a big world with a small circle.
It is, yeah. Well, I mean, once you get into that circle and the people that you do meet, I mean, you can mention like Sonny Singh. He's someone you've got to have on your show for sure.
Right.
Sonny Singh is absolutely amazing. He's humble at the same time. I worked with him. I actually done another production called Headless Horror. It was just like a short thing that this guy came to me for the last few years. Can you do Headless Horror again? Like a different take on it. So we filmed that one near my location. I worked with Sonny on that one. That went down really well. So there's a lot of people I can introduce you to interview as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's the more the merrier. You know, my thing is to expose everyone on my platforms and get them onto other platforms that I know, like, you know, Mike Wagner, a great good friend of mine, iHeartRadio. Mickey, I think, had an interview with him not too long ago. So yeah, you know you got Jimmy, you got Jimmy Star, you got Jimmy Tan
Oh
from
yeah.
California. You know, I know so many that I can bring other people to other platforms so they can get viewed through their platforms as well, not just mine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean my circle is getting bigger within this industry. Do you know what I mean? Which is amazing. I always have sort of a trust circle. I've said it since day one. We've got a trust circle. So if anyone sort of discourages or is nasty or tries to belittle you or anything like that, straight away you're blocked, you're deleted, goodbye. Do you know what I mean? You got to be stern like that, because if you keep giving them chance after chance after chance, you know, if
Yes.
they're going to do it once, they're going to do it time and time again. So cut your losses. See you later. I've had to do it quite a few times. I've
Yeah.
had to block people from Talent Image just because of their behaviour. And I'm like, I don't want you in my circle. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? We're doing good. People have come to me for help. I don't need someone trying to knock them down. So yeah, once you're in my trust circle, it sounds really cliche and cheesy, but
Yeah.
there you go.
But it's
It is
true
what
though.
it is.
I do it too. I had to clean up my page, you know, because I have a lot of, you know, a lot of great people on my page and people that are doing amazing things. And the last thing I want is a troller to be trolling them or giving them a hard time, because see what happens is a lot of time is um see, you know me and I know you now, right? If someone was to send you a friend request and you don't know them, but you see my logo on their page, you might say, I don't know them, but if they got Don Vic, they must be
Yeah,
good people. And you know, I tell
yeah,
people
completely
don't do
agree.
that. You can't do that because our relationship might not be the
It
same.
could be a fake logo they've put on there. Just because they've got your logo on their page, it
Yeah,
doesn't make it real. So you've
right,
always got to do the background check. Absolutely. I mean, when people are coming, because we've got a private group on Facebook, and you have to obviously accept all the rules. If someone doesn't accept them rules, I decline it with feedback.
right,
Or if they come at me, and you don't have to be a professional because everyone's got to start somewhere. That's okay.
right,
But
right.
I always have a look at their profile page. You know, if they haven't got a picture on their profile page, that's straight away like red flag for me. Because
Yeah,
like if you're trying to get someone, you've got no profile picture,
yeah,
then you know that's if it's me, and I'm not taking any chances.
yeah. And you're not supposed. I get them too, and I don't accept them. And I tell people like this, and I say it again: if you friend request me and I don't know you, then 99.9, I'm not going to accept it, regardless what
Mm,
your profile says. If you're, I don't know, A1 director or A1 actor, I don't care. If you're not, if I don't know you, I'm not going to accept it. If you wasn't recommended to me from, say, Lisa Kate that said, Victor, I
mm,
got this guy, I'm going to send him to you. His name is, then that's different. But just for
yeah,
me to go on the page and reach out to someone that I don't know, I don't do it because I don't know them. I
yeah. I
just
mean, my page obviously has to be public because how am I supposed to make more and more connections? You know what I mean? But I
mine's
do
just
get a lot of friend requests, you know, but I do answer those that I don't know, but I always do a background check. If I have one little tiny 0.1% doubt, if I have that gut feeling, I always trust it now, just to go, right, no, I'm not interested. Or, you know, so I get a lot of, it is public anyway, but
yeah,
people still follow and friend request me. But
yeah,
the one bad sign of any sort of inbox messaging that is inappropriate, straight away, there'll be no explanation, you'll just be gone. Do you know what I
yes,
mean? I'll give you that one chance. So one chance is, you know, I always put out the rules on my page. Right, these are the rules. No discourteous, no hate like messages, no
yeah,
laughing emojis on someone's potential. Like there'll be no explanation. You're just gone.
right, and
So
that's
you
a
know
good.
the rules. If you break any rules, one time, that's it. Bye bye.
That's right, and that's the way you have to be, because you know, it's a lot of people that don't belong in people's pages, and they're just there for the wrong reasons, and I just don't.
Exactly. They just want to bring you down because they're
Yeah,
not getting anywhere. I mean, I've worked with a few people that I know they've been nasty to a few others, but before long they'll get blackballed in the industry. The word gets around that, oh, I wouldn't trust that person. The word gets around and they will be blackballed and they won't go any further in this industry. So they're doing
exactly.
it to themselves really eventually.
Right, and people, that is true. Blackballing, forget. Trust me, that's true. But when you messing with people that are in this industry that know people, all
Mm,
it takes is one phone call to the right person, and you'll be
yeah,
black. Nobody else want to work with you, or put you in
Exactly. It's starting to head that way to a few people that I've worked with. I mean, when I arranged my first Flash Mob photo shoot back in early 2019, I worked with a certain someone on that, and I gave him a chance. This is why I've changed now. I gave him that chance, and I had to keep saying, like, okay, you need to behave yourself now. You're just being a bit, you know, unprofessional. You know, it's not good. I'll do whatever I want. Rah, rah, rah. I was like, no, I don't like that. But everyone's different. He could still be good. Gave him another chance and another chance, and he just kept falling short. So I was like, right, well, I don't want to work with you no more. And then other people in that connection started to realise for themselves. I was like, you can find it out on your own. If it comes from me, it just sounds like gossip or bad mouthing, you know. So find out for yourself, and you'll soon come back to me and go, yeah, you were right. I was like, oh, there you go.
Yeah. See what and that's true. But when you're a person that people respect and people know that you don't play games and what you say, it's 99% on point, then they don't have to question no one. If you say, Victor,
yeah,
this person is no good, and I know you for a fact that you don't play games, and I say, well, if you don't want them, then I definitely don't want them on my page. You know.
Yeah, I even say to my daughter, always listen to Lisa.
You know, I'm not going to go through the same headaches. You know.
Yeah. Find out for yourself. Find out the hard way.
I'm gonna run with it, okay? Because I ain't having that craziness. I don't had it.
Exactly. You know, I've gone through that most of my life. You know, the second part of my life, I'll live it the way I want to live it. I don't want them kind of people in my life. I've had enough of them people. You know.
Right. You know.
Cut them off short before they can do any damage.
Right. Right. It's how many films have you putting out that you have written and directed already?
I think that's just 2 at the moment. The ones that I've actually produced and written myself, that would be 2. Headless Horror. Oh no, 3, because I've done 2 Headless Horrors and Witch Manor. So I've done 3, but in the other films I've either helped co-produce or I've helped direct or I've helped casting directing. So it hasn't been my sort of baby. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. All in all, I've done 3. Yeah, 2 Headless Horrors and Witch Manor. But I've got more lined up. I mean, Black Sheep, that's going to be my other baby. You know, you don't really need to write that one because people are sending in their self videos. Every participant and production team member has gone on the website, so you'll have a little bio of them as well. I'll send you. I think I've sent it to you already. I can't remember. But all the participants are on there, and I've got an award-winning poet that's done a poem just for Black Sheep. I've got music producers in America that's going to make a song for the next advert I'm doing for Black Sheep. The participants' 5-minute video is going to be edited into a 90-minute duration. So no one gets to see that until it's all completed. But we do little adverts of the new participants that comes in with some special music that's written especially for Black Sheep. So everyone that's included obviously gets credited in the website. And for the next advert, they'll all be credited and tagged and everything else. So more and more people are trying to get involved now, and I'm like, right, there's only so much space we've got. I've had to start sort of turning people away. No, we can't do no more.
Right. So horror, drama, action, or what's the other one? I said action, drama. Love stories or documentaries.
Long stories, short films. Yeah, there's so many categories, so many. You know, there's even animation, short films. Yeah.
What you like to shoot more? Drama, action, love stories?
Do you know what? I would do it all. I hate watching horror films. I couldn't stand. Oh God, no. But I'd love to work on one.
Comedy.
It's really strange. I'd love to work on one. To watch them, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't watch it. But to work on one, that is something I would absolutely love to do. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy, but there it is.
Oh boy. How about comedy? You like comedy films?
Oh yeah, I'm a definite rom-com sort of girl. But I do love a comedy. Who doesn't want to laugh? Do you know what I mean? When you're having a tough day, what do? You watch a comedy. You know, if you want to be lifted up, what do? You watch a comedy. You're not going to watch a horror. You know what I mean? And get back into your shell. No, comedies all day long.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know,
the production that I'm doing with Jonathan Showell and JT Wilcoxon over in America, This is going to be a comedy, so I will be working on that. And actually, they've placed me as the lead role. So they'll be flying over to London to do some filming later on in the year, and I'll be flying over to America to do some filming. So we've only just had a meeting about that this week, so it's very on the early stages. But yeah, I'll be part of that one, in front and back of screen.
I can't wait to see it. I love me some movies. I love me some movies, boy. I tell you.
I know, yeah, comedy all day long.
I love it. I love it. And so all your movies are done there in London, or do you do movies out here in the US as well?
It's only been in London so far because I still haven't had time to renew my passport and everything else. Obviously, I've got a personal life that I've got to try and keep settled at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So it's no rush, but I've been asked to go to America a few times, you know, but my passport hasn't been done. I've got a 6-year-old daughter that needs me more than the industry right now. Right. Yeah, I've got to do what's right for my home life as well as my career. But I know that one day I will be in America doing some filming. I mean, I've already been asked. So I was asked to go to LA for a film screening. I am an ambassador for Parts of Hollywood magazine. They want me to come over there. So yeah, the options and the opportunities are there. I just, at the moment, it's not good. It's not the right timing, but one day it will be.
Right. And doesn't it sucks when everything crumbles up to you and you can't do nothing because you're stuck doing something that's important, and it seems like everything's falling on your laps and you can't pick one to go do.
I know. Do you know what? It's so frustrating because I'm like, I would love to do that. When I got invited to LA, I was like, yeah, I'm there. And I was like, I was supposed to, actually. I got in touch with a production team who's working with Gordon Ramsay over in America. And they went, yeah, these are the filming dates. Let us know what one you can come to. I was like, I can't get that. I had to turn it down. So yeah, I've had opportunities, but they will come again. They will come again. At the moment, my daughter is number one.
Yes. And
first priority is
family's always number one, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And things do happen for a reason, you know. Sometimes projects that do come your way are not actually for you, even though they're there for you, but they're really not for you because, you know, you end up missing it or you can't do it, and there's a reason behind that always. So
yeah, no, that's true. I mean, to be honest, if I could have, say, like, you know, if my daughter was looked after and had my passport, I'd definitely go out and try it. But if I can't, I do feel a bit disappointed, obviously, you know, but I know that the opportunity will come again. If I can't work with them over in America, maybe I can help you over in London by promoting it or getting you some cast members that I know in America. You know, there's always a way that I can help while I'm in London if I can't be there in person.
Right. So, any horror movies that you thinking you might want to do in the future? Any werewolf movies? Because London is big with werewolves and vampires.
Yes, it is. I actually wrote a book about vampires in the 90s. Never got published though. It was more my hobby. Yeah, I wrote a book as well. Yeah, never got published. It was called Vampire Kidnappings. It was around about the same time Twilight was getting big. I thought if I could have done that then, I could have been maybe the next J.K. Rowling or something, you know. Yeah. But like you say, it happens when it happens. If things don't happen, you've got another opportunity. One door closes, another one opens. But to do a horror, you know, with all included, because Witch Manor, we've got them kind of characters. We've got witches, you've got demons, you've got, like I say, the special effects. I'll send you over the short film trailer part so you can understand what I mean. But I would like to do like the proper effects, you know, like the proper hair, like American Werewolf in London. Yes. The proper stuff. You know, the proper makeup where you have to sit in the chair for an hour and a half getting all the makeup done. That I would love to do.
Yeah, I love that film, American
Werewolf. Oh yeah, American Werewolf in London, classic.
I seen that, and I seen the vampire too with Victor. His name is Victor in the movie. He was in London, and anyway, towards the end, they thought they killed him, and he appeared towards the end of the movie.
The little twists that make the movie.
He came out like in the shadow and looked back and smiled and kept going. And you know, but it was shot in London. It was. I love my vampire movies. And one of my favorite movies, believe it or not, because I was going to say, oh, maybe you can do a vampire and wolf, but they already did that with what's the name?
I think that's been done now, isn't it? It's been done a bit to death. So I think it needs a bit of a break and trying to concentrate. Give that a break for a little while. It's getting a bit too much. So concentrate on something else for a while. But yeah, no, someone needs. I think one day someone will come up with something completely new and original. Hopefully that'll be me, but no promises.
You seen that movie, The Likings? The Likings.
The Likings, yeah, I have watched that. Yeah, I do like a bit of a. Yeah, I do like them kind of things. White Noise with Michael Keaton. I thought that was brilliant.
Yes. They got I think they got 1 and 2. With Michael, I think was the first one, and he's a Liking and she's a vampire. They mate, and then they have a little girl, and then she becomes like the super vampire, because she got both blood, Likings and vampire. So that's.
Well, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to redo my book that I mentioned, Vampire Kidnappings, because it's got a lot of that in it. And it's got a lot of twists, because this is when I was really reading books. So I vowed, like, the more books you read, you know what not to do, because you don't want to be a copy. So, yeah, I'd love to redo that one, rewrite it, and maybe make a film of it.
That would be nice.
I was very impressed with it, to be honest. I wrote it quite young, and I was like, that's awesome. I love it. I was handing it out for people to read. Like, read that. Tell me what you think,
Right.
But, yeah, unfortunately, it got ruined in the flood. But I still remember what I wrote. I had to throw it away because all the writing started to go all gooey. But I did start typing it. I've done about 20 pages typing it. So I've got that at least, and I can build on that. So you never know.
Yeah, that'll be a great thing to watch. I love it.
Yeah.
Vampires and both, so her books. Have you written any books?
Well, like I said, I did write Vampire Kidnappings, but it was a very, very long time. Like I say, it was in the 90s. Okay. I haven't really written any books. It's mainly scripts. I do, I help people sort of rewrite their scripts or, trying to suggest things. So in that respect, I do write, but I think I'm too busy to, there's only so much I can do, you know what I mean? Right, so, I'm just working on this, the business and the productions at the moment, but you never know, one day.
Right.
Nothing's impossible.
Right. So your biggest focus now is this new film, Black
Sheep. Yeah, it is quite a big focus because every day I've got people interested in taking part or giving me their story or going, no, let me be involved in this. And like I say, we've got an award-winning team, TV production expert. We've got people in America. We've had a music producer, record label guy called Salak Sal. He put his music in the last advert so he can get more promotions. And that song hasn't even been released yet. He had the permission from his record label manager to say, yeah, go for it. Put it in her advert, more exposure. So we're quite lucky with the people that we've got coming to us at the minute.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, I besides me bringing you on the show and promoting you on my show, talking about what you're doing and stuff, I also promote anything that you have coming out. You send it to me, I'll put it on my page, I promote it, I send it out to someone.
Yeah, no worries, I'll send you the lot.
Promote it, and if you want to come out on the Mike Wagner show, I can make that happen as well.
Amazing.
And I can talk to some.
That would be amazing, yeah.
That got talk shows to bring you along their talk show as well. How do you feel about the paranormal world?
Do you know what? Funny you should say that. I've been very open to it. I've always been one that sort of believes in ghosts. I've had these certain things actually happen to me, and I'm like, well, hang on a minute. There's definitely something. I've had some experiences. I'm telling you. I had, like, in my last property, like even in this place, my daughter goes, "Mum, it's that ghost again doing that." I was like, "Yeah, all right. We know it was you." But I've walked into a room and I always close cupboards and turn off lights. And when I go back in that same room, a drawer's open or a cupboard's open, This one day, I actually came into my front room. I've got this, the Jenga blocks in the little tube things. It was always placed in the corner of the room because we didn't play with it for a long time. Right. Came into the front room. It was just in the middle of the floor. It spooked the hell out of me. These little weird things do happen. I do believe in all the paranormal, yeah.
Okay, because
and the Enfield poltergeist. I don't know if you've seen that going about, the Enfield poltergeist. My great-granddad was even in the book, and this happened next door to my auntie's house. So, yeah, ever since then, it's been a big, in my mind.
Because, I'm big with the paranormal world. I know so many of them, so many groups. I'm actually in one of the groups. I'm not a paranormal investigator, but they love my show and they asked me to be on their platform so I can bring my show to the platform, which I did. And I've known so many of them. That's unbelievable. And they also got podcasts like podcasts like me, and where they bring people on interview. I can also bring to their platform so they can interview you as well on their platform. But those are stories that they love to hear.
Yeah, but you don't know what's real and what's fake, because you do watch them programs and you go,
yes,
I didn't hear anything. You're making this up.
Right. These are people that go directly to your home live and take live footage of what's going on. Now, we all know that the real ones that do go out there to go investigate, they don't always get hits.
They don't always get footage. They don't always hear anything, so sometimes just to spook you out.
Right, but if there's something there, they're gonna pick it up. They're definitely gonna pick it up, and that's what I like about them. They're not the fake ones that you see in here, and they run in and they're making up noises for people, just to entertain. I'm not saying that a lot of them probably don't do it. I don't know who do it, but my friends, I know they go directly and investigate your home. They try to bring the spirit out. They got the spirit boxes where if there is a spirit and he wants to talk, it'll go through there and they can hear them talk.
If he was in my home, I don't think I'd 100% want to know. I'd get too spooked. You know what I mean? No, I'm not having a bath. He's watching me.
Yes, but at least it could be a family member. It could be someone in your family that's looking over you. And you just don't know, or it's maybe someone that wants to give you a message, or someone that lived in that apartment before that something happened and they're trying to warn you. So it's always good to find out what's going on in your location if you got stuff that's moving around, because you don't know. You want to make sure that
exactly. I mean, you do sometimes you get that feeling that something's there, but in a sense you're like, actually no, I don't want to know what it is. It could be evil. But my mum, she's actually a medium. Okay. She does this. She's opened up her own business. My mum, she sometimes comes to me and go, because my granddad my granddad died years ago. My nan died earlier on this year, and my mum will call me out and go, Granddad just left me a message for you. I was like, he's dead. Yeah, but he's talking to me. I was like, Mum, I don't know what to believe right now. Do you know what I mean? What are you doing to me? But she does all the tarot cards and all that stuff as well, and she's been spot on so far.
Yeah, because and that's I'm glad you said that, because people that don't believe the paranormal would just say you're crazy, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah, because they're skeptical. They don't want to actually believe it's true.
Right, until it happens to you, then you stop believing. But I've been a believer for, I always knew that there was something more than just, heaven and hell. I always knew it. I just didn't know, did it exist? But knowing these paranormal people that I know and being in their groups and seeing them have these conversations, man, it's very true, man. There is a third world there that we don't see. A lot of us don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is a supernatural world.
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, you can see certain pictures. I mean, you can see the floating little lights that they, do capture. That you think, right, that is definitely something.
The orbs, they call them orbs.
That's the one, the orbs. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very interesting to watch. It's always been interesting. I love it. And I know a whole lot of them. So if you want that, I can connect you to some people, and
that'd be brilliant.
You can come to their show as well and talk the paranormal experiences that you have had, or
that would be amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or any questions that you may have, they might can answer.
I love that. Yeah, it's definitely something I want to look into more. Yeah, and be a part of, definitely.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna make it happen, because this is the Don Vic Show. This is the Don Vic Show. I make things happen over here, I make things happen, and that's what I love about it.
Excellent.
So if you want to do that, I can hook you up with a few people. Okay.
Oh yeah, come in. I've got loads of experiences that I can share. Honestly.
Yeah, I got a couple of them on there now, watching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they're awesome. They're awesome people. Irene, where's Irene? She's from Japan. Big shout out to Japan in the building. Hey, Japan. That's London over there.
Hello from London.
This is my girlfriend Mimi. She's also an author. She's a hairstylist and a speaker out of Florida. She's amazing. Debbie is a book writer. Is it Debbie Wallace Hogan? Or I think Debbie is a paranormal investigator as well. So
yeah, I'll definitely get involved in that. I could even use some of their strategies or tips or anything for a next production. You never know.
That's good. Joel Collins, he's an actor. He's in a film with me we did out in Las Vegas called Desert Fiends with Nicole Vegas. She's the producer, and Sean C. Phillip is the director of that film.
Amazing.
So he's part of that film, and Joe's an amazing guy as well. Pam Harris, she is a card reader, and she also is part of the paranormal investigation. Eternal X Wolfpack Paranormal.
Oh, nice.
This is Sean Ellis. He is part with Pam. Him and Pam got their show together where they read cards and they talk about the paranormal. So you know,
I love it.
Yeah, Craig is also a paranormal investigator. So you know, I can connect you with whoever you want to.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'll send you over some links and get them to contact me. I'd love to talk to them.
Yes, I'll connect you to some of these great people. So is there anything else that you would like to viewers to know about you and what you're doing?
I think I've explained it. Yeah, I mean, like I say, we've got the production coming up. It's called The Hookup. It's called The Hookup, which JT Wilcoxon wrote it. I had a Zoom meeting with JT Wilcoxon and Jonathan Showell. They're originally music producers that actually put in some music for Witch Manor. So they want to work with me again, and they've done a script they called The Hookup. It's a bit misleading. It's very fiction, but they've planted me in as one of the lead ladies called Kate, because obviously Lisa Kate, take away the Lisa, it's me. But I've read the synopsis. It does sound funny. Okay. But yeah, the Zoom meeting with them, that one's going to be a good one to do, I think, to actually work with them in person rather than just do the Zoom meetings. But yeah, Black Sheep. I mean, that's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so grateful that how big it's gone in such a short space of time. You just know it's going to do well. But yeah, I've got events coming up. I'm going to be working with Cinecircle soon. I'll be doing the Film and TV London Fair with Georgina Bob coming up soon. So yeah, always something happening.
Good. You know, when you get these stuff, you got photos that you're going to post, send them to me. I'll post them up. Any videos that you want, any trailers that you might have.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I will do that, definitely.
Or you can go to my Don Vic Show group chat and post everything that you're going to, anything that you're going to promote, produce, do in the future. You post it up on that page and everyone that's on that page can see it.
That would be amazing. Yeah, that would be amazing. And obviously you've got, I've been interviewed quite a number of times, one on Liverpool Live radio station, one on Chat and Spin. I've been interviewed a few times for magazines. Wow Magazine I was in. Film Me at TV Studio with Carlos Bath I was in. And obviously, as you know, I've got the next one coming up with Original Magazine. Should be out in the next week or so.
Awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you in action in these magazines, because I know you're going to look different. I know you're going to look different.
In here. I'm knackered.
This ain't Lisa. This ain't Lisa. I know.
Oh yeah, I've got so many different sides of me. This is relaxed Lisa.
Yes, yeah, because you know you're gonna have your makeup on. They're gonna do you real pro. They're gonna do you up. You're gonna look totally different.
Totally different. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, but no, I'll send you some images. I'll show you what I do look like. This is like late evening now, so it's been a bit of a, a bit of a day. So yeah. I do look better than this a lot of the time, yeah.
I like this Lisa Kate.
Natural, all natural.
Yeah, that's it. So, any shout outs? You want to send anybody any shout outs?
I'll shout out to my international ambassadors actually. Christian Bate over in Cameroon. He's a model, actor, photographer, and model trainer. Shout out to Jesselyn Lerion. She's in the Philippines. She's a big model at the minute. She's been winning awards. Mickey Solar, I want to say hello to from the Original Magazine. She's an absolute angel. There's so many. We'd be here for another hour, to be honest. But yeah, my main crew. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to working with the rest of them. Jonathan Sherrill, JT Wilcoxon in the future. Phil Maudsley, Sunny Singh, Deborah Fenella, Salak Sal, Jace Delaney. Oh, there's too many to mention.
Too many. I know it's
too many. Lynette Dean, Amashana Jane, Mandy Riding. I know Miss Sexy UK, Mandy Riding. She worked on Witch Manor. She was on Naked Attraction as well. Sunny Singh, he's got some amazing things coming up. Phil Maudsley's got some amazing things coming up. Shana Jane, she's going to all sorts of events. Yeah, so many to mention. So many.
Wow. I'm sure they're proud of you, and and they want the best for you, like I do, and everyone else that's watching. You keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait to see some of your projects come into life, and see what you're working with. And anytime you want to come on my platform, you're more than welcome.
Well, what we should do is do a 1-year thing. We'll say today, right, this is what I've got going on. This is what I've got coming up. And it's exciting to think, right, what can I be doing this time next year? Yeah. So that would be awesome. A recap.
Yes, a recap from before and after.
That's the one. Yeah.
Well, so, here is Fraulein. Hey, guys, Fraulein. I don't know who that is. Hello from so it's Paranormal Team. This is Mark Lee. He is a paranormal investigator. He's also a rock star. Wow. And he also directing a film that we're working on that should be coming up soon. We'll talk about that at a later time. But yeah, we're working on a film, the paranormal film, to be exact.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah. Well, I do promotionals as well. So I do promote the trailers, the music artists, their new records coming out, their release dates. I create posters for them as well. I create promo reels. So if anyone's interested in promotional service, I've got many accounts to throw them to, and many connections, award-winning talent. So yeah, you can get in touch.
Okay, so give them real quick the your page. Where can they find you?
Right, well, you can find everywhere. Everywhere. We're on Google, just Talent Image Entertainment Limited. That should take you to a lot of my accounts. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we've got our websites. I've also got the film promos page where I promote trailers or upcoming release dates, film festivals. So if you've got a film that you want released, I get sent so many discount codes from film festivals all over the world to send out to those that are ready to submit. So yeah, just Talent Image Entertainment Limited. You can find us everywhere. Right.
And Jennifer Anderson, if you're listening, Lisa wanna roll. Okay, she won an opportunity for a role. Jennifer.
Oh, this
okay, so do I. Hold on, I'm right behind Lisa. I want in. Okay, I don't care. I could be the butler. I don't care the driver.
Come on.
Just come on.
We'll see what we can do for you. I do send. Do you know what? I do send a lot of castings worldwide for talent who can apply to what suits. From all over the world, ranging from circus entertainers, performers, fire jugglers to actors, videographers, photographers. Sent all sorts of castings to my private group, which is now at 1.4K. So yeah, if anyone's interested in applying to that, it's our trust circle, so there's no bother there.
Okay, so real quick before we go, what are you looking? When you're going to do send for auditions? What is exactly that you're looking for in an actor to be able to work with you? What are the things that you look for?
Right, okay. It's always mindful to see, because you've got to let them get on with it first. You give them a little script and then you let them roll with it. So it does depend on if they're going to think about the background that they're using. Obviously, we don't want to see dumpsters and trash bags and, things like that. You want a plain background, or if it's an outdoor scene, you've got to be mindful of where you're doing that audition. So, you're keeping that professionalism in mind about your backgrounds. Obviously your stance, the way you speak. You can always tell with nervousness through film. Do you know what I mean? And you're looking at your stance. It's everything, really. That's why it does take a lot of practice and a lot of acting classes. And even if you take a little line from a film that you know and try and practice that, do you know what I mean? Everything is considered. Background, what you wear, how you talk, how you stumble. If you're thinking of the script, where your eyes are going, because sometimes your eyes dart around when you're trying to remember what's in your head to say. Yeah. Everything counts. Everything. Your stance, your body language, everything.
Whoa, I don't stop to think with my eyes. I stop and be like, where's the script at? What was that second line?
Yeah, you got to keep everything in mind. Everything, yeah.
What was that second line? Hold on. Give me a second. Cut the camera. Shut the window. Hold on a second. I got to get this.
There is something that you need to remember, though. I mean, obviously with acting, you see it on the professional films you see today, the outtakes. Mistakes are going to be making, but you can't let it overwhelm you. You just, have a laugh with it and move on. But, you've got to know somewhat what you're doing. There is going to be some outtakes. There is going to be some mistakes. There is going to be take 2, take 3, take 4. But as long as you got the first bit down of what you're saying and your stances and your backgrounds and your body language, you'll do all right.
They'll be like, okay, we're going to Don Vic. Take 102, please. Action. But that time, I'm exhausted. I'm like, what was my line again?
Exactly. It starts to go gobbledygook in your head. Like, I don't know what I'm saying anymore,
He said 100.
It happens. It happens.
Takes. Action 154. Take.
Sometimes it could take that many, yeah.
Even the guy with the tape would be tired. He'd be like, what was it again? 152. Yeah, 152 takes.
Yeah, it does get a bit tiresome, but you need to keep going. If you're dedicated to it, you'll keep going.
Avi Klein says the mistakes looking for your dialogue when receiving a script should not be what an actor does first. Not the before moment mean much more.
Well, sometimes a scene shouldn't be overly rehearsed. I agree with that. If it's overly rehearsed, you can tell it's forced, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? A couple of rehearsals, don't overdo it. Because to be honest, once you're in front of that proper camera, we're about to be filmed, your nerves sometimes can take over anyway. So you shouldn't over rehearse it, because it will just get lost in translation, so to speak.
Yeah. He says subtext, Avi. He says, I tell all my students that your dialogue isn't yours. And sure it isn't mine either, Avi.
It's down to the director, because you get different kinds of directors. We all work different ways. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it depends on who you're working for.
Avi's amazing. Avi have his own show. He has debates on his show where he has A1 actors, A1 everything come on his show, and they debate on whatever topic he gives them, and then the viewers will vote and see who gave the best performance or whatever you would call the best, and then they choose who the winner is, and then they go on to the next one. So it's a great show. Avi's amazing. Yeah, that's really cool. He's intelligent. He's been in the industry for over 30 years. He's know a lot of people, and he's got great.
Yeah, you get to know a lot of people. I mean, I'll get to know a lot of people in 5 years. I mean, there is something else I just remember what I've got coming up. Short and Sweet Film Festival. They've asked me to write and direct a 10-minute play theatre. So that's happening in June. So that's something else I got cracking on.
Okay. So Avi says that's his show, his experience of a professional screenwriter and teacher is his passion. Yeah, so he teaches his co-hosts how to beat up on the other co-hosts. how to beat up on the other co-hosts. You know, he had passion on beating up on one of his co-hosts, my good friend Truly Julie. You know, that's his passion. Okay. Okay.
We're all, we're all different, I suppose.
Other than that, I love Bobby. He's amazing. He said a lot more to it than that. I'm telling you, this is amazing people here on my page, and I'm glad.
Absolutely, yeah.
They got to know who you are and what you're doing out in the UK. I think it's amazing, and I wish you the best, and I hope you get to do something with Jennifer someday.
So do I. Fingers crossed.
Okay, and if you get there before me, just send me a photo.
Yeah, don't worry, I will. Yeah.
So I can say I am so envy. I am so jealous right now.
Yeah, I'll think of you. I'll send her your way.
Okay, cool. So remember, true storytelling should always be truthful.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. That's why I make sure I ain't telling no stories.
Yeah, but this is what Black Sheep is all about. It's all about your real life stories. So nothing made up, a positive twist, real feelings, real emotions. You know, so yeah, that's going to be very real.
Wow, well, I can't wait to see it. Real talk. I want to thank.
Send you over some bits, Victor. I'll send you over some bits.
Yeah, yes. Send me some. Send me some, and I'll definitely get you. I get you rocking and rolling with Mike Wagner and a few of my other great talk shows that I do have, and I get you on their platform so you can tell your story and tell them about your career and the great things that you're working on as far as films. I think it's amazing, and I can't wait to see what the actual film is going to look like when it's done.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm right excited for it. And hopefully the next talk show I'll look a little bit more pruned. A little bit more makeup on, not so flat hair, you know.
Okay.
Not so natural.
Okay, we're gonna have the Action Jackson, Lisa, Kate in action.
I'll do my best for you, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Love and hugs over there to you, UK. I love you guys. Keep it funky.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk to you soon, Victor. Thank you, everyone.
Ciao. Yes, that's Lisa Kate, all the way from the UK, folks. It's only get better and better and better here every weekend. So, again, tune in next weekend, next Saturday, for the next Showdown Challenge, singer versus singer here on the Don Vic Show. I am looking for more talent. So, if you got what it takes to come on to the Showdown Challenge, make sure you inbox me so we can put you down for the next challenge. That could be Lisa, could be Susan, or it could be the challenger. We don't know yet. So make sure you guys tune in. You rock too, Avi. You rock too, my brother. Love you, man. Big shout out to the Green Room. Big shout out to the Avi Klein show and everyone else out there that's doing that thing. I appreciate you guys. You guys are doing great. Keep doing it. Do what you love to do most. And reach whatever goals that you're out there to reach. Okay. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next weekend. I'm gonna set up some interviews for next week and another challenge for Sarah. And tune in to find out who it's gonna be. All right. And again, if you want to be part of this challenge, you want to be a challenger, hit me up. If you want to be a voter, hit me up. And if you want to be a judge on the next show, hit me up. We'll put you down, all right? Peace, love, respect. You know the vibes. I'm out of here.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I'll do it till I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pace up, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.